Keys are in it. Keys in there.
Must be on like accessory or something because it. Sometimes it'll randomly still crank it, and most of the time it's got it won't anymore.
I got you. All right, well, let's find out what we got. Ow. Yeah, you're good. All right, well, let's go look up some wiring. Oh, shit. Change that real quick. All right, so what's up, y'all? We are here with a 2011 Ford Escape with a non-cranking condition. Customer put in a ignition switch, I think he said. I don't know if he put that in recently or also, but he did say he put one in a long while back. So I don't know if he said he did one now, but we're going to just take a quick look at a few things on ALLDATA, find out where our starter relay is, maybe hook up a scanner and see if we can see ignition turn in there. All right, so starter relay, there we go. Starter relay number 11. That says it's a fuse. That fuse feeds the relay. Where is the actual relay? Oh, today's gonna be a damn day with my nose. Okay, clutch relay, blower, starter relay. There we go. All right, so there's our starter relay. I can't really show you. Right here. There's, oh, touch screen, I forgot, damn. So there's our starter relay. We're gonna go out there and locate it. So right next to the 6 other ones. Oh. So it should be this one right here. Let's grab a test light, see what we got. All right. Gonna turn the key on. Okay, so key's on. We're gonna look for some powers. I got 1 power. Grounds. I got 1 ground. Okay, so we learned last time on a Ford. Remember that Ford F-150 that got me? We're gonna find out if this one's the same. So what we need to do is figure out how to go back here. Okay, so we're going to go starting charging system. We're going to look at some description and operation. So we're going to go starting system, description and operation. Okay, let me read this for a second. Can't see much on that. Let me get some wiring diagrams. Maybe we just have a blown fuse possibility. All right, so here's our wiring. All right, so right here in this top corner is our starter relay. So leg 5 goes to the starter. This one here, so fuse 11. And then these two, yep. So just like that Ford truck, these two go directly to the PCM. So that means that the PCM is controlling the power and the ground on that relay. So what do we need to do in that situation? We need to jump across the two control sides and see if we can get a reading. Let me just grab a back pin here. Grab that back pin. I'm going to hook up to it, turn. I don't want to hurt that pin, so I gotta like be gentle right there. All right, so when I turn the key, that should light if we have control from the PCM. And we do not. So there's no control to the relay. And to be honest with you, I feel like maybe our problem is in here, because when I turn this key, we're on power on. The gauges should cut down when this actually goes to start, and it's not. So we need to get in here and get this ignition switch off. It should be right back here. I gotta see if I can get in there and get that off of there. Okay. Oh yeah. That didn't do it. That's still in the way. I should be able to get that up. Oh, got it. Alright, let's go look at the wiring on the ignition switch, because I think that's where we need to go on this. Just from what I was looking at there. Alright, so we send power out on this blue and white wire, which goes directly to the battery junction box and to the PCM. I'm sure there's a little more to it. Let's go see if we can find that. Alright, so blue and white wire, we're looking for power. That's what we need. Okay. So we're looking for the blue and white wire, which is this one. I'll turn that on. Alright, my test light just lit on the top side of the up on the under the hood. And I had power on this, so we're gonna bring you over here and show you real quick. So take a watch of that test light. All I'm doing is turning the ignition switch by hand. So there you go, we have our control. So our problem is up here in the lock cylinder side of it, not the actual switch side of it. So all I was doing was this. So let me put the relay in to see if we can start it. Okay, let's see if it'll run now with me manually doing that. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake just in case it's like in neutral or something. Well, no, it wouldn't be in neutral. Yeah, so there you go. The problem is in the lock cylinder itself, because this switch works fine. Yeah, it doesn't go far enough. So we need to order, here I think it's going to be a whole housing, which has got like your pass lock and everything in it. But I think the pass lock can pop off the front. Let's see if I can show it to you. Oh. So right here, this is your pass lock sensor, and this pops off the front of the ignition switch and the housing that's back here. So what we can do real quick, let's see if we can get it out. Yeah, we should be able to get that out real easy. Got it. All right, I got the switch out. So if we put that up on the dash and I turn the internal switch by hand, we might be able to see. As long as that key is close enough to the pass lock, I should be able to get it to go if that's cool. All right, well, the housing in the lock switch, ignition switch, lock cylinder, and the housing don't want to play together. So that's where we're going to need to start. Should be fine after that because the vehicle runs just fine when I do that independently. So let's put these couple of screws back in and we'll talk to the customer and let them know what's going on. Okay, well, let's get the customer out and let's have a little talk. Hey, so did you say you just changed it again or no?
I tried to change it again.
Which part? The electrical switch or this?
The switch part that goes in there. Push the clamps, pull it out.
Yeah, so the electrical part where the plug goes in. Well, that's fine. That's fine, and technically the housing is fine. But the thing is inside, so the switch is fine. I can turn the switch and start the car and keep the key near it. When I pull the lock cylinder out, I can put a screwdriver in there and start the car. So that tells me that that turns fine. But now the problem is the ignition switch. If it's jammed internally and doesn't go that last little bit, that's going to inhibit us. So we have to deal with that. Problem we have to deal with there is different key, possible recoding of the key. So locksmith is your easiest option for that. We can have a mobile locksmith come out, recut you a key, and put a new lock cylinder in it. My gut tells me.
You're thinking I might have a new key, the locksmith?
So some locksmiths can set up a new lock cylinder with your key, so you don't have to relearn a key to the pass lock system, and we don't have a different key from the door to the ignition. Sometimes, not all the time. It just depends on their side of it and what parts are truly available for that. In your situation here, I just don't know because I'm not a locksmith. But